Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today I would like to introduce you all to an upcoming series that I am incredibly excited about, the Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access playthrough. For those of you unfamiliar, Baldur's Gate is a CRPG series of old, built from the Dungeons & Dragons rule set and originally developed by BioWare. The first game came out in 1998 and the second in the year 2000. It is a beloved classic to many and has largely been left to the wayside for many years since. While I'm not a veteran of the series myself, nor do I have a lot of experience in the rule sets of Dungeons & Dragons, I am very excited that I'm going to be jumping into Baldur's Gate 3 and delving into the deep lore that has been built over the last 2 decades. I owe much of that excitement and eagerness to the developers who will be picking up the mantle of the series, Larian Studios. Larian Studios is the development team that brought us Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. The latter being one of my favorite RPGs of all time, living alongside masterpieces like Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, and the Persona series amongst my personal favorites. Knowing that this is the team making this game, being led by Sven Vink, I'm positive that this game is going to be great. But that comes with some caveats that I want to bring to my viewers' attention before we get into the playthrough itself. This playthrough will be of a game that is in the early days of its development, and the team behind it have been very open and honest about what to expect from the early access, as well as warning would-be players that this is not a game for everyone. So, let's talk about what the early access entails. The early access, according to Larian, will include the first act of the game out of 3, and they expect the early access to last for at least 1 year, possibly longer. The first act is currently stated to be approximately 25 hours long. It will include 6 player classes, and 9 races and subraces, with more being added down the line. Included are 5 origin characters that you can recruit, something that is making a return from Divinity Original Sin 2, and something I'm personally pretty excited about. These origin characters are 1. Astarion, a rogue vampire spawn who, finding new freedom from a sadistic master, aspires to become the greatest vampire the world has ever known. Gale, a wizard prodigy who finds himself blighted by forbidden magic. He seeks a way to cleanse himself and win back his goddess's favor before tragedy unfolds. lae'zel, the ferocious Githyanki warrior who must prove herself worthy of rejoining her people after being infected with a mind flayer parasite that threatens to turn her into her mortal enemy. Shadowheart, the loyal warrior cleric of Shar who was sent on a holy mission to deliver a relic of immense power to her coven in Baldur's Gate. And Will, the living legend and warlock, also known as the Blade of Frontiers. He is a living legend only because he struck a deal with a devil and now wishes to be free before he loses himself for good. There are many paths that can be taken in the early access, and you may see me try multiple playthroughs where we toy around with evil and good alignments before the early access is done. Eventually, we will play the full release of the game in all of its glory, but I hope you will all join me on this early look at what I'm hoping will be one of the greats. The early access releases on Tuesday, October 6th, and I plan on getting my first video out sometime that day, depending on when the early access goes live. To make sure you don't miss any Baldur's Gate content, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon to receive notifications. You can also find the playlist to the series in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter at AnalogVernac, and consider taking a look at my Patreon in the description. Thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you next week when the early access goes live. Have a good one, everyone.